In this video, I'm going to show you how I turned a couple lines of sales copy from this landing page into 6 pages of really, really good marketing copy using artificial intelligence. All right, I'm going to do a quick demo here of how you can use CopyAI to promote a live online training event. The example I'm going to go with is Nicole Culver. She helps influencers create their first successful digital product. She's got a freebie here, the digital product for influencers roadmap. And maybe she wants to promote this, do a live training, whether it's a masterclass or a workshop or like a Zoom call or a live stream on social media. Either way, you got to write some copy to promote that, to get people to show up and attend. So we're going to use CopyAI today. It's a AI-powered copywriting tool. It's got a lot of different, actually 70 plus tools built into it, all included to help you write copy. And the ones I'm going to experiment with today, this is very experimental. We're going to work with a few of these tools here and we'll see where it goes from there. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. The first thing I'm going to do is just grab some copy that she wrote. So this is a pretty good description here. And I'm going to try to create a description of this event. So I'm going to paste that in. Discover how to create and sell a digital product that actually sells. So the name, I'll just call this Nicole Culver. And we'll use that as the name of the brand product. So describe your product. What the heck is this thing? For the AI to give us the output that we want, we need to be more clear with what this actually is. So this is not a great starting point. It's something, but we can add more to it. So describe your product. I'm going to add in a free live webinar that will help online influencers create a digital product that actually sells. I'm going to say their own. Now the lowercase, capital case, I'm not sure if that will affect the AI. I haven't really tried that, but it'd be interesting to see. So the languaging here, the tone, the energy, there's capitalizations, there's exclamation marks. It sounds exciting. The AI might pick up some of that. So Nicole Culver, a free live webinar that will help online influencers create their own. Let's do this. That will teach online influencers how to create their own. Okay, so that's a little bit more clear. We already wrote free, so join us on July 1st at 5 p.m. Pacific. I'm just going to make this up. We could give it some more details so it knows. Let's see what else she wrote here. This is really good. So if you have something specific, that's a good line. So if we have something, what I usually try to do, whether it's for myself or a client, is just have them say to me why this matters. So what's unique about this? So a proven 3-part step-by-step system. And we could say it maybe in first person. If she's saying it from herself, I'll reveal so let's see, join my free live webinar where I will teach online how to create their own. Join us I'll reveal my proven 3-part step-by-step system so you can, okay, so I can change it up. I'll reveal my 3-part, let's just say my proven reveals how to out any fancy tech. Okay, so a little more description here. This is good. Something you don't need. So we're giving it enough. We can delete a little bit. You don't need huge audience or fancy digital product. Okay, so this might work. I have a limit here of how many words I can have. So let's try this. I gave it a pretty good amount of content. This is usually what you can do pretty quickly just by brain dumping really fast, like why it matters, a little bit of details. So I gave it a paragraph here, and that's a good starting point. What we're going to do is have the AI try to refine this for us. This is interesting. Let's see. Join me for this free. Not quite. Okay, this is pretty good right here. It's starting with a question. So I might write, what I'm going to do here is just paste some of this over here. Okay, this one's really good too. Catch my free online workshop. Might put a comma in there. And so you can heart these. I might go ahead and heart these just to save it for later. It'll go in my save section. Or what I like to do is just copy and paste them in to a working document. And what I'm going to do is add a space after these. All right, so I've got a little spacing here. All right, so we're getting some good descriptions here. Let's see. Join me and my team for live. When are those free? Well, we'll talk about 3. Many people who want to build online business are coming to the wrong conclusion. Not quite. So we've got a few things here that are working pretty well. One thing we could do is run this through the change tone tool. So I could continue to click create And we could run it again and do another batch here and see what it comes up with. So this is intriguing here. It feels like we're talking right to the audience. If you're thinking it's too late to start your own website or online business, think again. You don't need a huge audience or fancy tech to have a successful digital product packed with simple tools and ideas that work. This course is help thousands online. So there's some really good stuff in here. I'd have to edit this down. So we'd probably edit the last part here. You can just delete it. And it's pulling some of the capitalization. We could just clean this up. 3-part, step-by-step system. So on this 1-hour training, all right, I can delete this. It sounds good, but it's not. We're not selling a course here, so I might refine that. This training has helped. We just say this training. Just add a comma. All right, this is looking pretty good right there. So we've got a few things to work with. Ooh, this sounds really good. If you're an influencer, entrepreneur, or simply creative and want to create your own digital product that brings in revenue, this is for you. It makes it's the AI stuff. So maybe Nicole would want to use a CEO of Influence Launch. That's nice. We could just delete that. And Nicole will teaching a proven 3-part step-by-step. We'll just clean that up. System that anyone can use to create their own digital product. This is really good. I think there's it's clean, clear, to the point. That's what it helps you do. We just put in a bunch of stuff. Remember, the input here was all over the place, just brain dumping, pulling stuff in from different places. That's what I like about this. You can just take ideas that aren't really pulled together, and the AI can help you just clean it up and say it in a way that makes more sense. Interesting. So it's diving into some of the fears right here. Are you scared to create your own? Product creation doesn't have to be scary. Proven by the product. I'll teach you how to take action, work towards creating a product that is relevant, valuable. Wow, that's really strong copy right there. I'm going to grab this. So already, this could be stuff that we test in ads. This could be stuff that could be used in different places on emails, promotional emails, sales pages, social media copy. A lot of good stuff in here. So let's go ahead and try a change tone tool. If we're not quite satisfied with one of these, or if we want to spin it in a way that's a little bit more persuasive, we could go ahead and try the change tone tool. And it's going to pull in automatically what we had, but I'm going to go ahead and change this and try adding something like this. If you are an influencer, we'll just paste in one of the descriptions. So we have different types of descriptions that we could work with now that might help us write some different types of copy. So let's try persuasive and click create. I really like using persuasive. You can experiment with some of these. They're really fun with what it does and how it communicates differently. If it's a luxury brand, obviously you can go in that direction. If it's a little more strict or professional, adventurous is a really good one. Witty, super creative. So we could try different angles of saying the same thing in different ways. This is another good starting point. If you don't like if you're not getting good results with the product description, I often find myself going here to the change tone, and I'll just run that same thing through here. So instead of using what we already generated, we could pop in that same content that we had initially wrote. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what this did. So we got right into the persuasive copy. Don't miss your invitation. Let me zoom in a little bit. Don't miss your invitation to a completely free event with Nicole Culver. She's sharing her 3-part system. Not bad. That's some interesting copy right there. Again, the same concept, but saying it in a different way. This is good right here. Look at this. Really good copy in here. If you want to create a digital product but don't know where to start, this live workshop will teach you the exact 3-part system Nicole used to launch her first digital product to make over blank in blank. So it fills in some ideas of what you could write. You would obviously have to put in your own stuff there, but I really like that one. Again, really good messaging. So all we did was we whittled it down from one of these product descriptions and then just changed the tone. And we're getting really unique copy coming out of the AI. This is the Nicole Culver system is proven. It works. Her live workshop will teach you how to use it too. I like the right to the pointness. Let's try a witty version of that. Let's just see the same input here and what kind of output we get with a witty tone. Sometimes it's more subtle than others. If you want to take big action but don't know where to start, then Nicole or something for you. That's pretty strong. I like just the subtle difference of how it's saying the same thing. All right, so it's some interesting stuff here. Didn't find a lot that was great just in that first run. I could keep clicking away, but I'm going to try mixing it up a little bit and see if we can pull in. What we might do is go back. Let's put that original in. So we can see now what it did copy-wise with persuasive copy, witty copy. I'm going to go back to the original input that we gave it and see what it does. Again, we've seen now the product description, it wrote it up pretty good here. We've got several different ways of saying it and promoting this. Let's try just running the original stuff that we just copied and pasted from her basic little opt-in page there and see what it can do to create persuasive copy that promotes this free webinar. This free webinar will walk you through there's no fancy texts or large audience required, just simple proven tactics. That's really to the point. I love that it just consolidated. Look at what it just did. It helped us change. So change tone really also helps you say something in a better way. So if you're feeling stuck trying to create some really compelling copy, just run it through the change tone and it'll give you some ideas. So let's try popping that in, just saving that over here. Again, we can click save, which I recommend doing, but also I paste it on a document. In this free online webinar, I learned my extra cells. I will show you my step-by-step system. Let's make some money. That's a great little catchy line. The best action you can take right now is to sign up for my live webinar because I want to show you. It'll make up names, interesting names there. Definitely edit that stuff if you see something. So this is really interesting. It goes into a dialogue type of copy. So this is different than just rephrasing it. It's really like finding a whole new way to present this concept. Hi, thanks for stopping by. As an online entrepreneur, it's likely that you aspire to create your own digital product and skyrocket your retainer incomes, that skyrocket your, let's just say, revenue. When a client pays you on a monthly basis. So it's going into a different angle here. Okay, so I think it went off in a little different direction, but I kind of liked the angle and like the way it was communicating. I thought that was really interesting. It drew me in as a reader, but I'll pass on that one. Or I'd say, even if I just take that one out, let's just read that. Thanks for stopping by. I might even take out thanks for stopping by. This looks pretty good. As an online entrepreneur, it's likely you put a comma and clean things up. It's likely you aspire to create your own digital product, skyrocket your revenue. Whether you're a newbie or an experienced, we'll do a newbie or experienced entrepreneur, this do a comma. So step by step will, let's say, help you. System will show you how to create an income stream. Not bad. So again, it gave me some ideas that I would not have thought up on my own pretty quickly. I mean, that's pretty good copy right there. Quick one-liners. It's interesting the variation that you get just from the change tone tool. She's saying she's an author. She might not be, but that sounds good. Finding ways to position yourself. She has been featured on Forbes. Wow, really impressive. So that's one different angle. Is you could start with your credibility. All right, so we got some great stuff there using a couple different outputs based on what we gave it. I'm gonna take this initial copy and put it up here. We'll just say initial input. And just so we can remember, like all we gave it, this AI knows nothing about Nicole and her business and her customers. All we gave it was some basic details, which really, if we break it up into a couple paragraphs here, this is all it understands. So what I noticed now is we actually even spelled influencers wrong. So the AI might be having a hard time with that. That would be a good thing to fix. Influencers, how to create their own digital product that actually sells. That's all we gave it. And it's coming up with all this amazing copy. Just in a few seconds, we have different headlines and angles to market this. So let's go into something like this, a press release. So I'm going to try running the same input through the new press release tool, press release intros. Let's just see what happens here. What is it about? So the press release can help you introduce this in a way that's a little bit more exciting. Works with bloggers and anyone looking to start their own online business. That's really interesting. So I'm finding I really like the press release tool for promotional marketing copy. It does a great job of just getting right to the point, make it interesting. The founder of Rockstar Recruits. That's a great little intro. I'm sure it's not accurate, but man, that's an interesting way to pitch yourself. It's hosting a free live webinar to teach you how to create your own digital product. This webinar will unveil Nicole's proven has helped many of her students and clients create their own. That's so good. That's really good copy. I would obviously change this, but man, it's a great starting point to help you position yourself and sell yourself. I think we all struggle selling ourselves. So seeing examples of how the AI would sell somebody is great because it's modeling this off of press releases that are out there. So you can have the format applied to your business, your brand in just a second. Join me, learn how to create your own digital product that will actually sell. I've been creating digital products for my audience for several years now. In fact, it's in a way it's like healthy side income. My students have sold hundreds of thousands of dollars of digital products. That's amazing. really good angles there. So again, sounding more appealing. So I'm finding here press release intro is very powerful. You saw the same input there. We've still even spelled influencers wrong and it's still figuring it out, which is impressive. Join my free webinar where I will show you. You will learn how to create a profitable digital product that you can sell online. I'll be taking questions. This is great. Got into little details of why they might want to show up live. Just digging into some of the nuance. And then right here, this last line, learn how you can take any idea and turn it into a digital product that you can sell today. That's really nice. Finding some one-liners in there too. So we've already created how many pages of content? Imagine if you were doing this for yourself, just bouncing ideas around, just brain dumping a couple basic points about your product or service you're trying to promote, getting all this stuff back in a few minutes that you can work with and run with. This is weeks worth of content you could be building up, promoting this thing. Really valuable to have this much to work with instead of nothing. Now we have all these different angles. The next level is going into the pain, agitate, solution, feature, advantage, benefit. Let's try these out because I really like using these sales copy frameworks. They help you break up the idea and pitch it or think of it in a little bit different way. So let's try the pain, agitate, solution. I'm going to spell influencers right in there and fix that. And let's go ahead and click create. What we're looking for here are some bullet points that we could use on a landing page or a sales page. Imagine this could be a paid product, paid service, it could be free. It doesn't really matter. It's the same process here for anything you're trying to promote or sell. So the pain, they're just breaking it down. So you don't, right now, where you are right now, you don't know how to create a product that actually sells. That's pretty clear. Then it goes into the agitate. This is interesting. That means you aren't enjoying the success you want, or you just feel like your business is going as fast as it could be. So this might be, sorry, let me zoom out. There we go. So this might be a way to start breaking down some bullet points of, I would pull stuff out of here and say, this is for you if, maybe I'll make the bullet point, bingo, nailed it. You aren't enjoying, so I can just spin that off. That's a really good point. So we just pulled out immediately. I got all these bullet points in 2 seconds. And then what's really cool about this framework is it goes into solutions. So now we have actually call to action ideas. So we've got a bunch of call to action ideas here that might work really well. So if we read into this, join me. This is your opportunity to learn from secrets I know and use to create. This is good. So right there, this could be a call to action idea. So we could say call to action. So out of these copywriting frameworks, I'm looking for a variety of things. I'm looking to create bullet points, pain points, looking to pull out the call to actions. And this gives me really good copy to work with. So let's take a look at the next one. Just continue on down. Oh my gosh, did it make up an acronym for success? Self, uncertainty, confusion, competition, environment, and structure. That I've never seen that. Is that a real thing? That's amazing if it came up with that. I think that probably exists somewhere. Fake it until you make it. So it's not quite nailing it here. The question is, are you willing to wait hours, days, weeks, or even months to analyze which digital product is the most? Some pain here is interesting. The amount of time it'll take you to analyze. Yeah, something there. Not loving it, but let's see the solution or the call to action. Learn by proven. No, not loving that one. So let's take a look here. Not great. Nothing there. So we'll just keep on going until we find something. So what I like here, this one, the pain is really clear right at the top. Creating a product that brings in revenue and makes you money can be a huge challenge. So I would say challenges here. Maybe I'll make a bullet point list. Again, I'm just pulling stuff out. Challenges, creating a digital product. Let's see here. Nicole will reveal exactly how to write and create. So this one here isn't really agitating, but there's some good stuff. So I could pull that out and say, I might move into something down here, which would be like benefits, why join this webinar. And I could put some bullet points down here. All right, let's continue on. The most effective way to learn how to build someone's. Ooh, that's pretty good. The most effective way to learn how to make a profitable digital product is from someone who has walked in your shoes. So that's an interesting line. Most of the time, there are no products that are specifically made for online influencers who are looking to create. Yeah, not quite nailing it. You're about to gain access to an exclusive members-only community full of not quite nailing it. Let's move on. This is pretty interesting here. So it's going into the influencers angle. So we could say something like most influencers don't have. This is really good. All right, so I like this. What we're seeing here is a structure. a really compelling like 1, 2, 3. So I might just say marketing angle here, and we could even put a 1, 2, 3 or something. I would say we'll just go into pane up here. This is where you have to just kind of try to organize this for yourself. There's so much good raw material here. You just have to work with it. So most don't have, this is really good. I like this angle. Most influencers don't have their own digital products, or if they don't, they have no idea how to sell them. Digital products created and sold through your authentic influence can create consistent revenue as you share your journey with others. That's really powerful. I like the angle there and the way it's describing this. Having a digital product helps increase your email engagement and your impact exponentially. That's why the new economy is moving towards being all about building a life of your dreams with a business you love, a business behind you instead of in front of you, a business based on helping others. Interesting. There's some really interesting angles there. Wow, that's super creative. I think it'd have to be worked on a little bit. And maybe you could run, if you find something like that, I might even run that through change tone to clean that up. But this was a really interesting angle that might work well. All right, so that's how I play with the pain agitate solution. We could continue to run through and find some more pain points, bullet points, if we need more for, again, especially if you're selling a course, you'd probably want to dig into the pain a little bit more, the frustrations that they have, understand that, and then move into why this is the solution. So this is interesting. Again, another right out of the gate here, you want to help people. You're trying everything you can, but it's not working. That's really good right there. So you want to help more people. That's the pain point. Creating a digital product means you can actually help people and get paid for it. That right there, this is really good. I might just paste this in here, pain agitate solution. So I'm just brain dumping as I move along here. I just like the flow, those 3, boom, boom. But you can see we're really going into the depth of the desires of our audience. We moved from just being like, hey, I have a thing that's free, training, digital products that sell. We went into, there's nothing here that really talks about it except some of the frustration, fancy tech, huge audience. We've actually moved really quickly into, you want to help more people. A digital product means you can help them and get paid more. Join me where I'll teach online influencers how to do it. It's super clear. It just makes so much sense in the brain. So that's why I love the pain agitate solution. Now on a more positive angle, let's move on to the feature advantage benefit. This is one that I really like, feature advantage benefit. We'll run the same input through it. And in just a few seconds here, let's see. So pretty clear, nothing really revolutionary there. I'll demonstrate how to create a digital product easily and quickly. That's a good just feature, some like key benefits. I'll show you that you don't need a big audience or fancy tech. So it's just repeating it, but it's done a great job of breaking this out as these are some selling points. Not bad. I'll show you exactly how to create your own digital product and you start selling right away. You don't need to be tech savvy, but if you want to scale quickly, you do have to know how to work with developers. So that's missing the point a little bit, but I will show you how to create it. So I might just change that up a little bit. So I will show you exactly how to create your own digital product that you can start selling right away. If you want to, you don't have to be tech savvy or you can scale quickly without being tech savvy. This will help you scale your business quickly without having to be tech savvy. So again, just taking the raw stuff that it gave me, and I'll leave that. So back to the feature advantage benefit. Oh, this is good here. So on that same one we were just looking at, I will also be giving out a free training on common mistakes and pitfalls and how to avoid them. I coach on this always based on experience. That's good. I like this here. So other benefits, I'll just leave it like that, but that's a great, super close to being a good point, but that's a great thing to bring up as value. You could talk about some of the pain points. This could even help you start to craft your presentation. Online, I have experience. So it's advantages. So this is one angle. If you do have credibility, you could drop it in here. What's the advantage of learning from you? I have experience. So that's one advantage. Why work with Nicole? We could write in something like this and then she could fill in her own credibility. Let's continue on. This sounds good right here. So with free 15 individual classes. So this isn't describing the webinar very well, but I like right here, Nicole's exclusive step-by-step program. It's designed to make it easy as possible to create your next digital product. That's some good copy right there. So I see a couple good things here. Step-by-step. So what I'm looking at here, create any kind of digital product. There's some good lines in here. So I'm just mining for gold here. Some really good stuff that I could use in different places. Ooh, that's a good line. Most people will not buy from just anyone. I like that line. Yeah, that's a good one. So let's drop that in. Learn how to monetize the expertise you already possess to share. Wow, yeah, that's a good one. And then this one's interesting too. Gain an unfair advantage over your competitors to choose. Some pretty creative copywriting there, I'm telling you. All right, so now let's just review what we've done here in a few minutes. We've got 6 pages of copy that we went from a couple just basic points about what this is to tons of copy that we could use for, let's zoom this out a little bit. So we've got all this copy that we could use for all kinds of marketing places. And this is just the beginning. We haven't even gone through so many of these other tools, but you can see just immediate ideas, brainstorming, creative angles coming back at you, lots of stuff to work with and pull from. So we went from nothing, barely having an idea, to pretty polished, full-blown marketing copy and messaging in seconds to promote a live online training event. So you can see here, just promoting even one free training like this requires a lot of messaging and thinking. That would normally take so much creative brain power, but now you can run it through these tools and get ideas in seconds. You don't have to go as in depth as I did here, but if you wanted to, especially a paid product, you could really dive in and get some good stuff, write it out, and now you have content to work with for your sales pages, emails, social messaging, ads, whatever it is. You're off and running really quick in just a few minutes. CopyAI is incredible. This AI technology is helping us in so many new creative ways. So be sure to take advantage of it and try it out for yourself. Let me know if you do an experiment like this for yourself or a client, and give me some feedback. So that's it for this training. Thanks for watching, and good luck. Have fun.